Welcome everybody, it's RustyMoney here on PlayStation Network and RustyMoney Gaming on YouTube. We're here for an unexpected late night live here on Calm Lands and FS22. So welcome everybody. I don't know how long I'll be live, but I've been wanting to play the game because I haven't really played it, haven't played it much at all week. And I thought if I did get the chance to go live tonight, I knew it was going to be late, but I didn't want to think too hard, so I thought we'd just come back here, farm a little bit back on Calm Lands in 22. Where I don't gotta think very hard. Right now we got this big old field here that needs replowed. Mega Farmer, welcome my friend. How are you doing tonight? It's pretty late here, getting pretty late anyway. I'm usually in bed by now. So if you hear me yawn on occasion, it's probably just because, I should have went to bed instead of trying to play the game. 3 Quaz Gaming, welcome. Hopefully you all keep me entertained in the chat though. And I thought by coming back to this map, back in FS22, I would stay awake. Oh, and just before I went live, I looked at how many hours I have on this. It's like 327 hours on this game save. Yeah, and we should be in multiplayer mode. I didn't see it change anything, so we should, we're in multiplayer mode. Good deal. That's where we need to be. I'm good, buddy. It's 5 a.m. here in the UK, but it's still 23 Celsius outdoors. It's 84 here, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and the humidity is really high. Because we always have bad humidity. In the Midwest, you really got to get used to humidity and wind. David, welcome. I'm going slow. Too slow. Gotta be retro. Really enjoy your live streams. I still play 19, 22, and 25. Gotta be retro. Well, guess what? We're gonna be live streaming in the morning. I just don't know what time, because guess what? Mrs. Money and our daughter are gonna go shopping. So I get to play the game. When the family get up, I'll have straight back on FS25 doing more recording. Yeah, I need to do that too, Mega Farmer. I need to do more recording. So any of the viewers here right now, have you seen this game save back in 22 on my channel? If you've never seen it, I'd be more than happy to give you a little tour so you can see what's actually going on instead of plowing this big field too, which we'll get back to. But if you've never seen it, let us know in the chat and we'll give you a little tour of what I did back in the 200 horsepower challenge. Let's see. Alright, Mega Farmer, let's just see. Let's detach. Oh yeah, we gotta... Oh, wrong thing. Let's detach. Alright, first, let's go into the PDA. I did the 200 horsepower challenge via multiplayer mode all by myself, and I did it multiplayer mode so then I could move money from the bank to my farm account for free terraforming and landscaping. Grave Reaper, welcome, my friend. That is one thing I did during that challenge. And then up here is the amount of land. This is the amount of land I own now. All that in green there, and then this up here was owned by the bank. I didn't do anything on that property. The location started, where I started was right here on 33. Rockhound Modding, welcome, my friend, and Grant, welcome. I started right here on plot 33 and then expanded from there. My starting farm was actually this little triangle piece right here. I was looking at this map this morning for my new series. Yeah, on 25 it doesn't look as good as it does on 22. I'll be very opinionated. I love the map back in 22 and 25. Not so much. Coffee Brat, welcome. So let's go to the starting farm and show you that first. And then any production or sell point that I could change the name of, I changed the name to other content creators that were doing the challenge or moderators of my channel. Okay, so I'll explain all those once we get up here. So here is the starting farm off to the left. And on my YouTube channel, this playlist is called Hillside Farms, actually. And I should have changed it to the 200 horsepower challenge, but I always got to name my farms. So that was my starting cow pasture right there. But here is the starting farm. Right here. We'll go in for a little drive around. But here was my house right here. My little tiny house. My little shed with my barbecue in the back. Angry Old Gamer. If I could go on everyone's names to check people's channels, I would subscribe to all. So let's venture down my Hillside Farms, which is a plateau style farm build. Okay, so what I mean by that is, let's go this way. Plateau style farm build. There's the top plateau right here, this little triangle piece where the little tiny house is. And then there's a second plateau right there where we got 2 sheds right there. And then we have our third plateau right here where we got an old brick barn and a coffee greenhouse right there. And then we got the big plateau at the bottom. Alright, but here is the starting farm right here. This is what it looks like. Right like so. And this, all this back here was expansion. This didn't originally exist. It was cut off right here, pretty much. And all of this right here was added on in the future. 200 is definitely a challenge for sure. It was on this map. It was. I'll show you what actually was the strongest vehicle in the 200 horsepower challenge that a lot of people used. I'll show you what that was. Let's get down here into my farmyard and we'll be able to show you, I think. Or we might even have to buy it back, because that's right, we might have to buy it back because I sold all the equipment on here, and at the end of the finish, and we've been playing with some new things. So we might have to do that. We might have to buy it back because I'm not sure if I got it. Let's see if I do got it. Oh, it's not there. This vehicle right here was the strongest vehicle in the 200 horsepower challenge, and it only has a maximum horsepower of 170. This thing could pull anything up the hills on calm lands. Anything. Because you could only use stuff that was 200 horsepower or less. This was the best machine right here. You build all that as it looks now, like terraform. Yeah, Mega Farmer, I built all of that right there. Down here in the farm, I forgot to go around this here. Down here in the farm, we got Crustu's coffee pods right here. Crustu Gaming was the creator of the 200 horsepower challenge. So this greenhouse is Crustu's coffee. And then we have the firewood production right here, and that's good old Towboat's firewood production right there. And this is all on console too. You might think my tractor looks fancy because I got those bull horns, but a lot of people didn't go back to 22, and this tractor came out at the end of the life of 22 after 25 started. Nice. As me and my son are gonna run Nadenthal together on crossplay. Cool. Never been on that map. And then back here we got Dust Bunny's Gardens. This is Dust Bunny's Gardens right there. Alright, let's go around the way I don't ever go around. I had more than one way into that farmyard. Let's go this way. I also built this that you are about to see over here. When we get up here to the top of what you're about to see, if you all, which I'm sure a lot of you did, at the start of FS22, our friend Daggerwin did a survival series on Calmlands in 22. And this area is where he started his survival series. Where I am about to take you to the top of the sky. That is where Daggerwin started his survival series, but he was on the ground. I'm going, the sky is the limit here. As you can see, a slope, a curved slope created right here. And hereabouts is where Daggerwin started his survival challenge. On Comlands. And here we have Samo's, is it Samo's Pallets? Yeah, Samo's Pallet Company right here. Now here is where I love decorations, everybody. I love decoration mods. I like making things come to life. So we got Samo's Pallet Company right here tied in with Farmer Murphy's Sawmill. So Farmer Murphy Sawmill is right back here on the right hand side of the Dutz-Far tractor. We'll drive back in here behind the sawmill so you can kind of see the back side and all the decorations and stuff I put in there. So there's Samo's or Farmer Murphy's Sawmill and Samo's Pallet Company. Yeah, and you do an awesome job making the game look so damn real. Thanks, Coffee Brat. Mark, welcome, my friend. Alright, now let's go up to the next plateau, everybody. The next plateau is another production area where we have Northern Farm Sim, Dust Bunny, Zorch Farming. Who else? I'm missing somebody. Thanks, Angry Old Gamer. Here we go into kind of an ag area right here, kinda, I feel like. We got Dust Bunny's Stones and Statues production right there in front of the Dootsfar, where we make statues out of stones. We'll drive around it here. You can see, you can even, and you can do it in 25, but not as friendly as 22. You can take other decorative mods and put it on top of the trucks, the decorative trucks in 22. In 25 it doesn't work as friendly. They have collisions or they float. So then one thing I'm gonna do is make Coffee Brat's farm a reality here really soon. Nice. Okay, then next to this, Stones and Statues, we have Northern Farm Sims Coffee Bean Company right here, which is actually the Melody's Magic Bean House mod, or whatever it was called. But I call it Northern Farm Sims Bean Company, Coffee Bean Company. I am on PlayStation, Coffee Brat. PlayStation. Been on PlayStation ever since PlayStation 1 came out. And then this one is the one I can't remember. I think this is a joint ownership. Oh yeah, this is PCSA Manure Shop right here. This was my favorite, one of my favorite points, production points in FS22 right here, the manure shop. And then back here we got Zorch Farming's grain mill. I missed my mega build. Oh, we're not done yet, everybody. We're not done yet. This is just the nuts on top of the ice cream. We haven't put the strawberries on top yet, let's say. I could use someone with this kind of skill for a build on the map. Oh, here we go. Well, let's go this way. Let's see, what should we take you to next? Let's just go up the hill. I'm not doing this in any order as to how it appeared when I did the series, but I can give you a general idea. I'm on Xbox, love building. What is it you want doing coffee? Mega Farmer. I don't know if you read my post on my community tab in my YouTube channel, but maybe you just forgot. It's late. It's early morning for you. I'm an ex-police officer. I got out of law enforcement about 4 years ago. I was in law enforcement for almost 23 years, so I like my coffee and donuts. And it was just something I wanted to do on this map, was make coffee and donuts. So we did. Because Calmlands has its own donut production. So if we go up here to the top, we're going to go to one of the very first production points implemented during the 200 horsepower challenge. This is Eric's corn dryer. Eric is a moderator of my channel. Been a moderator of my channel for quite some time. So we had to honor Eric because he did a lot of support to the channel and did a lot of things. Anyway, just like Towboat and everybody else, like all you people watching right now. But this is Eric's corn dryer location right here. He's got his own little tiny office right there. He might get lost in there. And yeah, just a little corn dryer production right here. Ha ha, nice. Good on you for being in law enforcement. Thanks, Mega Farmer. Yeah, but now guess what I'm in, Mega Farmer. It would shock you. So I live in Nebraska in the United States, which is right in the middle of the U.S. pretty much. I'm originally from Iowa, though. Moved to Nebraska when I was 6 years old, off of the farm. Okay, what I do now is I work in a parts department. I work in a parts department at a local Case dealership, about a mile, maybe about 2 miles actually, kind of southeast of my house down the highway. I went from being a cop, knowing nothing about a sprocket or bearings or belts or anything. And we got my good friend Mr. Grumpy Gray Farmer on YouTube, everybody. Grumpy Gray Farmer on YouTube. We got Grumpy's Sugar Shack right here. The Sugar Shack production mill right here. The sugar mill was from my favorite mod pack in FS22. I'm out for the night. It's been a long night due it to being a race night, and I've been working since Thursday due to school being out. Alright, Grave Reaper, we'll see you, my friend. Nice machinery. Right? Yeah, it is good machinery. My favorite production pack in FS22, what was the name of that thing? I gotta look just for a second so I can tell you all. Can't remember the name of it now. It had several things in it. Where is it at? Should be coming up here. There it is, right there. The packing facility mod right here is where it is. The packing facility mod was my favorite mod. One of my favorite mods in FS25 or 22, I mean. Packing facility mod. So you want to build your own house out of Dew Forestry coffee? See, and then up here we have our friend Josh, who is better known as Gaming Joy, who makes you all mods. We got Joy's Bioindustry right here. Gaming Joy's got his big old bioindustry office where he does his modding, and then he owns this biogas plant. So there is Joy's Bioindustry. Okay, we haven't seen the next farm yet. We'll be there shortly. And then we got our good friend Farmer Mike. I'm sure a lot of you have heard Farmer Mike. We got Farmer Mike's Donuts right here. Farmer Mike's making us donuts. It's the only way you can build your own unless you place one, buddy. Oh, okay. This is FS22 right now. This is FS22. Everything you see here is FS22. FS25, I think there is, well, I'm not sure, I guess. I'd have to go back and look. I can't remember if there's a coffee production in 25 for all platforms yet. And down the road here we got Krusty's Coffee Shop. Krusty's Coffee Shop right there. As you can see, more decorations. I love my decorations. I'll show you what the slot count's at. Well, no, yeah, I can, I think. Because that should still be there. Yeah, we're only at 1,827 of 4,400. But I haven't got all the equipment back yet, but still. So you have to place one, right? FS22, can you even do forestry to build your own house? No, so as in, what do you mean, Mega Farmer? Like a constructible, like in 25? That's not available in 22 on all platforms. You have to legitimately, you know, make money and buy a house and put it down. There was no constructibles in FS22. Only ones there were on Silver Run Forest, the roller coaster, and boat. Rusty, how the land prices out your way? Yeah, I'm not even sure, Coffee Brat. I just know that it's expensive. It's expensive. What's even more crazy, Coffee Brat, is how much cattle are selling for around here. How much cattle are selling for. It is unreal. But here where I live in the United States, or, you know, Nebraska is well known for agriculture. Well known for agriculture. Heck, one of the top irrigation plants in the world is only 20 miles pretty much to the west of me, or not west of me, east of me, in a little old town where the old pivot irrigation plant. Well, if you need any help building and terraforming, let me know. I found 20 acres with a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for 170, and oh, that's cheap, Coffee Brat. Around here, you couldn't even buy. In the town I live in, is like 1,800 people, and the town I live in, well, I should say the county I live in is very, very, what do you want to say? Since I graduated high school, the economical growth in our county has been crazy. I mean, legitimately crazy. Not just because we got an ethanol plant now, but because so many places are expanding. It's just unreal. You couldn't even buy 170K would barely even touch a completely remodeled, maybe 2-bedroom house with a unfinished basement and maybe a 2-car garage. That would barely even touch that kind of a house in my community. You'd probably need more than 200,000. Housing prices in our community are it's nuts. It's worse than the price of eggs, let's say. It's crazy. So on the 200 horsepower challenge, the first piece of property I bought was actually down here, downhill instead of uphill. First piece of property I bought was downhill, and I wanted to incorporate opportunity for sell points. So down here is my little market selling area, kind of. A few different sell points. We got towboats, firewood sell point right here to the right of the tractor. And then a content creator a lot of you know owns the agricultural fair mod. That is Bruce's Ag Sales. Bruce's Gaming. This is his agricultural sales right here. Dust Bunny, welcome, my friend. Back on around, we got the little market stall outside our farmer's market. We got Jack Sarge's roadside stand right there. Jack Sarge owns the little market stall. And then right here to the left, the farmer's market is owned by a content creator I haven't seen around, which was known as FS Dave. I haven't seen him for a while. That was Dave's farmer's market. This tank right here is a part of Eric's corn dryer. This you have to place and transport the liquid out of this to the corn dryer, clear up the hill to help with the production. And then back here we just got a sell everything point right here behind an alien gym decorative building. Rusty, if you had to pick a production mod with your name on it, what would you want? I don't know. Rusty's Coffee and Donuts? I don't know. I don't know right now. That's a tough question. Alright. Oh, we got this new one down here too. We got the old slurry yard down here. This was kind of one of the last areas they put during the challenge. I didn't get it decorated. Alright, Coffee Brat. Alright, the farm right here that you're gonna see, my childhood, back home in Iowa from my childhood, this is my grandpa and grandma's farm on my dad's side of the family, using mods from the Mod Hub. Okay, this farm would have been located back home in Iowa, about an hour southwest of Fort Dodge, Iowa. And my grandpa, way back in the late 70s, early 80s, produced ethanol off the family farm, and when they were producing the ethanol, they made two byproducts. One byproduct was, you know, your distilleries or whatever you can feed your cattle, and then the second one is they bottled a lighter fluid mixture, an ethanol, using ethanol. They turned it into a lighter fluid for your charcoal grills, and sold bottles of lighter fluid across many different stores in Iowa. But that all went belly up because Grandpa got pretty ill. But here is Grandpa and Grandma's farm, and this is a modern day look. I usually try to make it look more old school, but this is a modern day look right here. As Grandpa and Grandma's house would have been placed like so, with a detached two-car garage. This water fountain, or water well right here, is symbolizing a church bell, because they couldn't find a church bell. They had a big huge church bell out on a brick foundation in their front yard, and us kids drove Grandpa nuts by ringing the bell. And right across from their living room window, you could see the big white barn. On one side of the barn was the pigs, and on the other side of the barn was the sheep and the cows. Pretty much is how it was laid out. So we have the what was it called? We got it in 25. What's this thing called? Isn't it buildable something? Buildable hog pen or something like that. Anyway, I think you can tell what mod it is. I can't find the name of it right now, but it's buildable pig pasture or something like that. All decorated out. And then the white barn actually comes with the sheep. So then I fenced the sheep off. And then right next to the sheep were the cows. And the cows actually had some kind of cover over the feed bunk, kind of as I displayed it right here, with use of mods from the mod hub. But the cattle pen actually wrapped all the way around. The cattle pen went all the way around the back side of these, all the way around the back of the barn. Okay. And then behind Grandpa and Grandma's house was a grove of trees. So if we go into here, we find Grandpa and Grandma's house. There was a grove of trees. So right here we've got the orchard mod right here. Ah, thanks FS Farmer, appreciate it, my friend. Okay. Thanks for subscribing, Eric. Appreciate that. Thank you, Eric, for supporting the channel. So, right out Grandpa and Grandma's door, towards the north, was the office. Okay, there was a building that was attached to the silo structure on the farm, and the silo structure and this little office building were kind of all joined. Okay, and this was just how I wanted to represent it, so I spread it out just a little bit. But this would be like the silo on the farm, which the silo is right there. But then back here, all this was put together in real life, And here is the ethanol right then. So I put in the Midwest Production Pack mod right there that produces ethanol. Put it behind the office building, but all that was built into one structure, one very small structure, and my grandpa was very enthused by how much heat was produced by burning one ear of a corn cob. One corn cob ear. And that's what influenced him to produce ethanol. So then we just got storage sheds. And they're kind of placed in the proximity of how they were placed in real life. But obviously, I don't got them to look like they were in real life. And they also had chickens. So then I put in this big old chicken coop, which is right there on the other side of the Dute's Fart. So that was Grandpa and Grandma's farm, built on the 200 horsepower challenge. And then right across this road here was just something I added in memory of Grandma. She loved her apple orchard in the backyard, and she kind of loved little farmers markets, so I built Grandma a little farmers market right here. A couple of farmers market stands, sell points. Right there. So that's it. That is all of it. That is the tour. So thanks to those that did stick around, and thanks to those that are watching. I know we don't got a very big showing, but it was late when I fired the old live button. But the other thing that I wanted to see, and why I went live tonight, everybody, was we had a little upgrade to our internet. We finally got our new device, our new internet device, and it's spelt like this. First, I'll give you the spelling of our internet provider. Vive is our internet provider here, and our new device is the EERO. I can't pronounce it, but that is the name of it. We actually have 1 gig now. Before we didn't quite have that. We almost had, I can't remember what he told me. Gold Gaming, welcome my friend. But it's really, we definitely already can tell the difference. Here at home anyway. Same internet provider, just got a new router box. New internet router box. Supposed to perform better with the internet. And actually, I already know it did a little bit because my laptop, my laptop down here by me where I watch the chat, when I got the new password for our new network put in for it to recognize Wi-Fi internet, it said that we had moved to moved up in Wi-Fi network. It was like it's now at a Wi-Fi network of a 6 or something, is what it said. a Wi-Fi network of 6 instead of, it must have been 5 or something like that, I don't know, but anyway, it popped up this big old tab telling me our internet had upgraded. Faster internet, always nice, right? It is always nice. Thanks, Dust Bunny. I spent a lot of time on this whole series. Like I said at the start, I think just before I logged into the game save tonight to go live, it was like 327 hours. I can't look at it because we're in multiplayer mode, so I gotta look at it before I, you know, come into the game save. On my PlayStation 5 app for FS22, I have 3 game saves I kept. I kept the Calm Lands 200 horsepower challenge. I still have my Detained in Deadwood game save on Deadwood. And I have Brothers Farm that one of my friends and I built off camera. We didn't spend a lot of time on it. I need to send him another message and we should get back on it again. And it's on, what map is that on? That's on like some frontier map or one of Carl TG's maps. I can't think of what the name of it was in 22. Forgotten Lands or something like that, I think. And then on the PlayStation 4 app for FS22 on my PlayStation 5, because I started FS22 actually on the PS4, so I have both applications on my PlayStation 5. I have the PlayStation 4 version and then the PlayStation 5 version of FS22. So I had purchased both, of course. So instead of just having 10 game saves available, I have 20. So then on the PlayStation 4 version of FS22, I still have my Alone in the World game save. Is one of them where I did the Pioneer Challenge, and then I can't remember what the other one is. I got a couple other ones. And then FS19, I still have a couple of game saves on FS19 as well. I have the challenge I created. Or no, it wasn't the one I created. It was the one who created it? I want to say it was Crazy Monkey. He created a challenge. I can't think of what the name of it was, but I did it on Felsbrunn. Oh, it was a no mods challenge. Maybe it was my challenge. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look who the creator of it was. Just on my stream tomorrow, you can grab my Discord, then coffee. Can't send you a link on here. Nice chatting. I'll catch you again soon. Have a good stream, Rusty. Alright, Mega. We'll see you later, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. And then I still have game save on No Man's Land back on FS19. and a game save on Mercury Farms. There have been some pretty nice mods out this last week. For FS25, I haven't installed anything new though, but some nice classic tractors again for all platforms. How was the new Brazilian map? Wasn't it kind of like a Brazilian map that came out today for all platforms? Three Marias or something like that. Of course, I don't know how to say the name of the map properly though, probably. I'm probably going to try and create a challenge for Matt's map, everybody, that came out for FS25. And I think they're going to try and input it into the update of the map. I figure out what I'm gonna live stream tomorrow. I want to try and I need to get another members video out on New Hope. Have a good one, Mega, says Coffee Brat. I spent a little time off camera each morning this week working on the slot contractor a little bit off camera, moving some pallets around and cutting some more trees and cleaning up the stumps. Is anybody playing Farming Simulator right now while they're watching or listening? What map are you playing on? And we got 200 million right now in the bank here. You were nice. But then took a break. Okay, took a break. That's good. Mrs. Money and I were watching reality show on Netflix before I went live called Battle Camp. Trying to work on that size map takes a bit, yeah. Yep, starting a new one on New Frontier. Nice, Grant. I've thought about rebuilding my New Frontier series, but I'm still really disappointed about the bales in the store. I'm playing on Judith Plains. Nice, Artemis. Mowing grass to feed 5,000 cattle. Wow. That's going to be a lot of grass. You know, I still haven't in 25 really messed with too many of the animals. Of course, I don't get as much game time as I used to, though. Just changes in real life. There you go, a challenge. Run a cattle farm using the 15,000 cow farm, 15K cow farm. Yeah, a mod they have out for FS22. Oh, okay. I don't remember that one, I guess. Yeah, I just don't remember that one. But there was so many, you know, like mods like you're talking about, and then there was so many maps, which are also a mod, but there was so many maps that I wanted to play that I never got around to it in 22. All my challenges seem to have drug out further than I was wanting. And I try really hard to try and create a challenge where it doesn't have a long go. So you can still have fun on a map, but move on to another one. I had a lot of fun in 22 though. This was a fun challenge. Oh, okay, Coffee Brat. Now I kinda remember it. I recognize the modding name. That thing, a monster building. Yeah, now I think I know which one you're talking about. A lot of work to run. One of the other fun challenges in 22 that I really had a lot of fun with was the challenge I created called the No Tractor Challenge on Maypole Farm. That was towards the earlier stages of FS22. I'm gonna be on 22 for a while, you are. So what game saves do you have yet on 22, Coffee Brat? Cost of machine is spendy for 25. Yeah, I get it, Coffee Brat, so I gotta wait. Oh, okay. There's really nothing wrong with that. 22 is still a good game, and there's so many maps a guy could play. Ooh, Iowa Plains View. RustyMoney's Zero to Hero challenge was on Iowa Plains View, my main save. Lots of maps for sure. Yeah, there was a lot of maps. I can't wait till the new Black Sheep modding map for 25. Can't wait to see it. Of course, I can't wait to see Mr. T-Bone's map either with the Shanty Boys. I did Alma for a bit and also ran a 4X map on straight PC too. Nice. If there was any map from PC that I really would want, from like FS22, oh goodness sakes, now the map name just slips my mind. I want to say it was called Middleburg, I think. I just really like the looks of it. That would be the one that I would want for all platforms, but you know, that's just a wish. 13 awesome people checking out the live stream. Thanks, everybody. We're just kind of chilling here, plowing the old field in. Probably be wrapping up the live stream here soon so I can get some sleep and wake up and play the game with y'all tomorrow. I'm curious to see how Celebuki gonna do with Iowa on FS or 25. Yeah, I mean I am too, Coffee Brat. I am too. You know, he made that map Alma for 22 and I never looked at it. And I still haven't looked at it on 25. You know you have a PC in the other room that you could put Farm Sim and play those great PC only maps. I know. I just don't have the stuff purchased for FS on it yet. The new Iowa is nice. If I could, I would have got FS25 for me and my son for sure. So what was it, Coffee Brat? Were you on Xbox or PlayStation? For some reason, I want to say you were on Xbox. Is that right? Yeah, okay, Xbox. That's what I thought. Oh, and now PC. Okay. Xbox S. What's Gold Gaming up to this late at night? About ready to hit the hay? That's what I'm about to do. A lot of my UK friends though should be waking up if they didn't sleep in. But I have to upgrade me and the boy both for 25. Some family just left and doing a little mod work before I hit the hay. Mod work? What kind of mod work are you doing, Good Gaming? What did I forget about? Or is it a secret? Adding some pictures inside my house I'm using. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I get up in the morning, slip down to the coffee shop, I think. Get myself a nice coffee, and then a friend has a little cafe here in town, and he's gonna be downtown making breakfast burritos in front of the coffee shop tomorrow, so I might have to go down there and splurge and buy a coffee and a breakfast burrito. The breakfast burrito he makes is huge. Farmer Murphy, it's just Riley. Alright, man, take care, have a good night. Alright, Coffee Brat. Yeah. Daughter came home for the weekend, and her and Mrs. Money are gonna go shopping tomorrow. So she was just out tonight for a while. Just got home now. She can go get some sleep so she can go shopping and spend money. Yeah, I think we'll probably wrap it up here too, everybody. But I'm just gonna take a glance here. I don't got a lot. Let's see. Let's go here. And we need to go there, and there, and there. Add. What else do we got? Let's see. Ooh, a whole bunch. Some I've never heard of. Let's try that. Save. Okay, let's go here. Alright, everybody. I'm going to I'm gonna get off of here and get some sleep and get up in the morning and bring you another live stream. So if you enjoyed it tonight or like to support the channel, please drop a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as delicious donut. Don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts to all our friends and family by sharing the videos and live streams from the channel. But for myself, Rusty Money, we'll see ya all over at the Rusty Money raid. A small amount of people, but let's go raid somebody and show some love. So thanks Artemis, Dust Bunny, Three Claws, Coffee Brat, Gold Gaming, FS Farmer. Thank you everybody. We will see you at the raid.